Shongolukoso, Eshwadara, Oya, Orumila. These are names that are associated with Yoruba tradition and culture. The Yoruba people call them ORISA. Some say they were human beings that later became heavenly beings. Some say they were heavenly beings that later became humans. Were they humans before becoming heavenly beings? Were they heavenly beings before becoming human? Are they gods, small gods that negated the feature of the supreme God? Or are they emissaries and servants of the supreme God? All this will be discussed in the course of this video. Make sure you watch this video till the very end. You're welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Samuel Oluwaseyi, whom most people know as MC Breezy. On this channel, I view content relating to entertainment and the culture of my people in Nigeria, particularly the Yoruba race, because I'm a lover of culture and tradition. In my earlier videos, I have let you know that we are going to be demystifying the lies that have been making rounds about the Yoruba culture and tradition. And the first video I brought to you, the introduction to what we're going to be doing and how the Europeans might have lied about our culture and our tradition. If you haven't seen my video, the earlier video I've done before now, the link to the video will be in the description. Make sure you click on it and watch so that you can understand where we're coming from and how we have set our precedents for the video you're about to watch now. With that said, let's get into the discussion of today. Before we can fully understand the concept of ORISA, we have to understand the etymology of the word itself. When you divide the word into two, you have Ori and you have Sha. In the Yoruba language, Ori stands for not just the popular translation, which is the head. When you say the word Ori in Yoruba, most people think it is just the head. Yes, it is the head, but Yoruba language is a language which is very deep and very, very synonymous in different sections, depending on the contextual meaning. When you say Ori, Ori could stand for head, Ori could stand for leader, Ori could even stand for your creator, your deity. That is why there is a Yoruba proverb that says, Ori la babo ka fi òrìṣà sílẹ̀. That is, it would have been better to serve Ori and not to worship the Orisha. That is to say, Ori on its own has more importance, has more supremacy compared to the Orisha. That is, the Orisha are subject to Ori. The next question on your mind will be, who are Orishas and who is Ori? Now, the Yoruba people, when they pray sometimes, they say, Ori mi ẹlẹ́dàá. That is to say, my head, my creator. So when the Yoruba people talks about Ori, the head, it is not just the head physically that we see. It might be the controller, the supreme, the God. Ori stands for a lot of things, both physically and spiritually, in the Yoruba language. Now, when you now talk about Orisha, if you look deep into the Yoruba language and the meaning of that word, Orisha simply means people that Ori have picked. Sha means to pick. Mo fẹ́ sha ẹ̀wà in Yoruba means I want to pick the beans. Sha on its own stands for to be picked, to be singled out, to be selected. So when you say Orisha, it means that àwọn èèyàn tí orí ti ṣà, the people that the head or the creator or the owner of all things have picked and set aside for certain things. Also, Orisha could stand for people who are exemplary in different spheres of life. For example, if you talk about Orumila, whom we are going to be having a full video on to talk about his existence, his personality, how he came to be, and everything about him. But in a nutshell, Orumila is considered as someone that Orisha to be the source of wisdom, the one who is the custodian of wisdom and the secrets of Olodumare. That is Orumila. If you talk about Oya, if you talk about Oshun, Oya is one that Orisha, so that she could have the understanding of winds and winds generally, and that was why wind and water, that is why she could cause rain and wind. And if you check, She was the wife of Shango Olukoso, whom the Orisha, if you understand what I'm trying to say, whom the head, the creator, gave the understanding or the power to control thunder. So when the husband and the wife come together and Shango is going to war, Oya controls the water and the wind, then Shango controls the thunder, and that helps them defeat their enemies. Now you see, now we are still going to be going deeper into each of their stories. In future videos, I'm still going to be doing sectional videos on each of those people: Oya, Oshun, Shango, Obatala, Orunmila, Oduduwa, and many of them. The next question you would ask is, were they humans or did they come from heaven? There are so many stories surrounding the Orishas. Orisha, unlike what we have been made to believe in time past, that they are small gods, whom according to the commandment of God says that I am the Lord your God, you shall not have other gods before me. That these are people that the Yoruba people have been serving or worshipping in quote before the advent of Christianity. I beg to differ. Yes, these people are special, or these deities were special entities in the Yoruba land, but I do not want to necessarily believe that they were negating the fact or the existence of a supreme God, because even before the advent of the missionaries, the Yoruba people believed in the existence of an Olodumare. Olodumare, who was the supreme God who created earth and even heaven. In the beginning, according to the history of the Bible, since the earth was without form and void, and the Spirit of the Lord hovered over the waters. In the creation story of the Yoruba people, it also said that in the beginning, the world was without form and there were just water, there was no land. I am not saying that they are the same things, and I'm not saying that they exemplify the same attributes. But what I'm saying is that before the advent of the missionaries, the Yoruba people of Nigeria understood the existence of Olodumare, which is the supreme God. The next question is, Shango, Orunmila, Obatala, were they humans? Were they created by Olodumare? Did they have mothers? Did they have fathers? Did they have uncles like every one of us? Or were they just heavenly beings who came down from heaven on the request of Olodumare to come and do things on earth? There are a lot of stories surrounding each of these people. For example, some people say that Olodumare came from Mecca. Some say he came from I beg your pardon. Some said that Oduduwa came from Mecca. Some said I came from Egypt. Some said that Ishwadara is the devil, which I don't believe he is. As time goes on, we'll be doing much videos on each of these deities. But the first thing I want you to understand in the course of this video is Ori does not just stand for head. It stands for something that has the most important feature, the most important part. That's why even the Yoruba people, when they pray, they'll say, that is, I shall be the head and not the tail. It is not just the head that Ori stands for. Ori stands for the most important part, the most important feature, the most important personality. Olori Iwani. He is our head, he is our controller. That is another sentence in Yoruba. So when you say Orisha or Orisha, those are people that the head or the creator or the controller or the boss has selected and distinguished with some features, with some powers, with some authorities and things like that. Were they humans or were they heavenly beings? These are the things we're going to be discussing in future videos, where we pick each of them and tell you about them, how they came about, how they got their powers, how they used their powers, how they left the earth, and how they are being celebrated today, what they love to be celebrated with, if you want to celebrate them. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content of this video, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share. If you disagree with anything I have said in this video, make sure you drop it in the comment section so that I can address this in the next video. And please do not forget that we love you. I will always want you to come back and watch our videos.